Hello guys, Joe with Smokin Joe's Pet Barbecue. Today I am making some pork belly steaks along with some pork belly burnt ends, so stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome back. So I have an 11-pound pork belly here in front of me, and half of it I'm going to use to make some pork belly burnt ends, and the other half I'm going to make what I'm going to name a pork belly steak. Not sure if that even exists, but I'm going to attempt to make it today. Where I got the idea, there is a steakhouse here in El Paso that makes an appetizer, and I believe they just call it bacon, and it is really good, guys. It says on the menu that it's smoked, but I really don't think they have a smoker in-house. I think they might just be grilling it, but it's got some amazing flavor, guys, and that's what I'm going to try to duplicate today. So I'm going to bring you guys in closer and show you how I'm going to slice this up, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so here's the pork belly, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this in half. Just somewhere in the middle. Okay, and again, half of this is going to be for pork belly burnt ends, and half of it's going to be for my pork belly steak, if you will. So one thing when you buy this, guys, I try to look down the edges and see if, obviously you can see a lot of meat on this side. And this was a pretty thick pork belly too, so I'm kind of liking this. This one here for the steaks, this one for the burnt ends. So I'm going to start with this one first. Okay, what I have to do is figure out more or less how many steaks I can get out of this. Okay, and I want them not as thick as a burnt end, so maybe 3/4 of an inch thick. Okay. Just guide your knife on that little line that I made. All right. So what I'm going to try to do with this, actually let me just move this aside here. What I'm going to try to do, actually this one's going to cook pretty nice, just as it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold these guys just over like this. I'm going to try to protect the meat as much as I can, which is mainly right here in the middle. And you know, I'm going to trim some of this fat, if you will, just like that, almost like a horseshoe. So this is going to be my pork belly steak, okay? And I will be applying a different sauce to this than I will my burnt ends. So this is kind of what I want, and if I see excessive amounts of fat, I will trim it, you know, maybe a little bit more here. And a lot of this will render, guys. I'm going to cook this on my Yoder YSX40 smoker at 275 degrees. So a lot of this fat will render off. Okay, so just kind of make a little steak, if you will, just like that. Okay, so that's perfect. That's what I'm going to end up doing with the steaks here. Okay, now as far as my pork belly burnt ends, you guys may have seen my previous video where I made some in my El Rey smoker, but these are pretty simple, guys, probably an inch thick. Okay, just like so. Again, these don't have to be perfect. And these will shrink, guys, as the fat renders. They will shrink down quite a bit. Get yourself a really good sharp knife, guys. This is a lot of meat, so the knife is struggling a little bit to get through it. But it's a pretty sharp knife, I promise you that. Okay, just got some strips, just like this. Alright guys, I'm going to finish cutting this up, and I'll bring you guys back when I apply the rub, so stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome back. So I've got my pork belly burnt ends cubed up here, and I still need to rub them down. But here's my pork belly steaks. Again, I just cut them into strips, folded them over, about 3/4 of an inch to an inch thick. And if you notice, this one is nice and round. What I did to do that is just grab a plastic baggie here, grab a tenderizer, and gently like this, and you end up with this nice big round steak. So I'm gonna get the rest of these the same way, guys, and I'll bring you guys back. Stay tuned. All right, guys, welcome back. So I've got my pork belly steaks pounded out, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply the rub. I'm applying the same rub to both of these, guys, these steaks and the pork belly burnt ends. So just some garlic jalapeno seasonal. Okay, and a little trick here, guys. Go ahead and apply your seasoning to the top part here. Just like so. And then we're going to add some of this sweet peach barbecue rub. Excuse me. Ooh, that garlic jalapeno does it all the time. Just like that. Alright guys, now on these I'm just going to flip them and rub the other side. But on these little squares, what you want to do is you want to turn them all to the other side. Oh. Just like this. Oh man, I didn't cut all the way through. Okay, just flip them all over, guys. Like this. Man, I didn't cut them all the way through. Shame on me. Just like that. And then you're going to go ahead and apply your rub to this other side. That way you don't lose a whole lot of rub. Okay? So just like that. Then we're going to repeat the process again. Garlic jalapeno seasonal. And then the peach rub. So we're going to do this to all the sides, guys. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them on these pizza sheets that you guys have seen me use before. So as soon as I get that done, I'll bring you guys back. So stay tuned. All right, guys. So the pork belly steaks are ready, and so are my pork belly burnt ends. And look at this, guys. They are like absorbing that liquid that's coming out of this pork belly, and it's got this really nice shine to them. So both of these racks, guys, they will fit on the top rack of my Yoder YS640, but I will have to, if you notice, I left this side open. I do have to overlap them a little bit, kind of like this. So this is the way they're going to be placed in my smoker. So I'm going to go fire up my smoker, and I'll see you guys outside. Stay tuned. All right, guys, welcome back. So we are outside at the smoker, and my temperature is set at 275 degrees. Let me show you how I position these sheets on the top here. If you remember, I told you guys that I overlap them. That's how I overlap them. That's the only way that I can get the sheets to fit. So again, let me bring you guys in closer. There we go. So my temperature is set at 275. I'm just going to let this go, guys. I'm not going to spritz or anything. Look at those steaks. Can't wait to see how those turn out. I will be applying a different barbecue sauce to both of these. This is going to be more of a sauce, and this is going to be more of a barbecue sauce, the traditional pork belly burnt ends. But this one's getting a special sauce, and I'll show you guys what I'm going to do to that. So we're going to leave this alone for probably 2 hours, guys. So we'll be back. Stay tuned. All right, guys, welcome back. So my pork belly burnt ends have been smoking for 3.5 hours now, and go ahead and put some barbecue sauce on them. This is a Victory Lane, just their original barbecue sauce. Put enough of this. Don't be shy. Look at that, guys. Does that look amazing or what? A lot of this fat will still render off, guys, okay? So make sure you put enough sauce in there so it doesn't dry up on you. Alright? I'm not going to put any brown sugar, guys, because what I am going to use is this Cosmos Q, this rib glaze. This is their pineapple heat. Good stuff. I absolutely love this. So I'm going to dump the whole bottle. Oop, hang on. Make sure everybody gets some of this, and I will mix them around. So again, I'm not putting any sugar because of this rib glaze. Some good stuff. Get it all in there. Alright. At this point, the last ingredient, using some high quality honey. And again, make sure you put enough of this stuff in here. And this is going to help caramelize the pork belly burnt ends a little bit more, and also it will mix in with that fat as it renders. So just get your tongs and make sure everything gets nice and mixed. I'm going to cover this with foil, guys, and this is going to go on the bottom shelf of my smoker, my Yoder Y640 smoker. And I am going to lower the temperature to 250 degrees because there's a lot of sugar in here, and I don't want that to burn. So I'll bring you guys back as soon as I'm ready to prepare the pork belly steak, so stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome back. So I'm going to make my sauce for my pork belly steaks. I've got 1 stick of melted butter, and this is the high quality butter from a company called Kerrygold. Love that stuff. I'm going to use an entire bottle of the Cosmos Q peach jalapeno. Again, I'm using some peach rub. I think this will pair very well together. So this pan is still pretty hot, guys. So just dump the whole bottle in there. Just like that. Okay. And to that, I'm going to add about ½ a cup of barbecue sauce, again from Victory Lane. Okay, just like that. I don't want this sauce with too much barbecue sauce flavor. So mix it all up in there. It's going to be a light sauce, nice and buttery. Alright guys, I'm going to take you guys to the smoker and show you how I'm going to apply this. Stay tuned. Alright guys, let's take a look at this these pork belly steaks. And they look amazing. Look at that, guys. Oh yeah. So at this point, just grab some of the sauce that we made and apply a little bit on them. A little windy, guys. So just apply a little bit of the sauce on there. Oh my goodness. Let me grab a couple of these. Just like so. Then we're going to flip these over. And apply some more sauce. Still have some of the fat's going to render a little bit more, guys, so I'm not going to cover these. I'm not putting them in foil. I'm just going to let these cook. Let them go 100% open in the smoke. Look at that, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and do sauce the rest of these guys, and we're going to leave these probably for another hour and a half, and we'll be back. Stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome back. So my pork belly steaks and my pork belly burnt ends are ready. I did put the pork belly steaks in an aluminum foil pan for the last 30 minutes and crank the smoker up to 350 degrees just to get them nice and hot. But this is the result, guys. I don't know if you guys can make that out, but they look amazing, guys. Okay, so obviously I've had my pork belly burnt ends. This is the first time that I've done this, these pork belly steaks, and I'm gonna get into one of these guys because they look amazing. Look at the color on them. Let me see. Let me get this piece here. Oh yes, look at that, guys. Looks like a pork chop. Cheers. Really nice and tender. Good flavor. The fat is rendered nicely, guys. And you kind of have that steak texture too. So, really love that. Let's give one of these pork belly burnt ends a try. Guys, the color on these, both the pork belly steaks and the pork belly burnt ends, it's got a real nice mahogany color. I mean, I've got a dark chopping board here, and they're almost as dark as a chopping board, as you can see. So let's give these a try. Cheers. Tender. Guys, every time that I make pork belly burnt ends, I swear they're the best. Yeah, those are amazing. A little bit sweeter, a little bit more heat as well. I think that's got the pineapple heat, rib glaze from Cosmos Q, and this one has the peach jalapeno. And this one has a little bit more heat. So, guys, I hope you guys like this video. Again, I got creative, wanted to have some pork belly steaks. I made it happen. Thanks for watching. Any questions, leave them down below. Give me a thumbs up. Till next time, Joe is Smokin Joe's Play Barbecue. See ya.